Compared to Kurisu's time leap machine, this process was a lot simpler. Since the memory data already existed, there was no need for a VR headset or the phone wave. All we had to do was the decoder program on Kaguri's memory device, memory data, then use CERN's LHC to compress it. Then we transferred the compressed data and sent it to the cell phone. Grenade out! Except the thing is that we're not going to switch world lines. That's going to be the problem here. So there's still going to be a bunch of people outside. What? No! I looked up and saw that Maho was staring at the screen, her features frozen in an iron mask. Who cares? I mean, at this rate, we're going to die anyway, so might as well. I reached my arm around Dara's back and put my hand firmly on her shoulder. It's gonna work. I stepped away from the PC and knelt down to the sofa where Kaguri lay. Goodbye. Kurisu. Barricade the door. The sound of footsteps coming up the stairs. The sound of the phone ring. Oh my god, I get to actually choose? Gotta save. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to choose. Fuck. I kind of want to just see what's fucked if I just don't answer it, kind of deal. But I mean, I don't know. Like, because the thing is, do I want Kurisu's memories in her? Because if I answer, it's gone. But if I don't answer it, then Kaguri will come back. I'm really tempted not to answer it, and I might just do that. I'm not sure. Let's just not answer it for now. All these different sounds fill the air. I want to say fuck it, why not? The last thing she said was, because if it's a bad ending, well, it will be at least quick. Oh my god. Whether those words were Kurisu's words or Kaguri's, her words were cut off by the sound of the door and the sound of screaming. I hesitated. Not only did I hesitate to answer it, but I almost tried to tap the button to reject. But then Kaguri's fingers cut mine off. And then her fingers, or maybe Kurisu's, tapped the button to answer the call. And then the phone up against her head stopped ringing. Recursive Mother Goose. Sounds like fun. It doesn't sound like it will be a headache. The dizziness stopped. The room was pitch black. There was no one there but me. Even Suzawa, who should have been in the living room here, was gone. Daru, Mayuri, Ferris, Luca, and Kaguri too. Everyone was gone. I was so tired and sleepy. I clutched my smartphone and laid down on the sofa. I closed my eyes and tried tired to think. Shh. Mayuri. Shush. Someone was shaking me softly. Kaguri. The second I heard her name, my mind snapped back into alertness. I forced myself to sit up. I was sitting on the sofa in the lab. I just wanted to see if Amadeus was there. Outside the window was bright.
やっと起きたね。てってるー。おかりん。
Mayuri nodded, satisfied, and left my side. I took a look around the room. The table was covered in notebooks and textbooks that seemed to belong to Mayuri, and she was probably doing her homework. I could see Dara's huge back hunched over the PC. The monitor was displaying a cute anime character. He seemed to be playing another age game. Yeah, but he has shit taste. And why isn't he hanging out with Yuki? From the look of things, the only people in the lab were him, me, and Mayuri. Swear to God, Dara, I'm gonna destroy your computer. The time on my phone said it was just before noon, which meant that I had been asleep for over 10 hours. Oh no, I must have passed out before I checked to see if the world line had changed. I listened for a moment and I could hear the usual bustling of Akihabara Street outside. There was no sign of Stratford. That alone made me feel relieved.
おかりん、なんだかうなされてるみたいだったよ。大丈夫？麦茶飲む？寝起きでドクペはやめた方がいいよね。
そうだな。麦茶がいい。
わかった。
Mayuri went to the kitchen.
コップ全部使っちゃってる。今洗うからちょっと待っててね。
大丈夫。急がなくていい。
あ、まゆしまゆし、僕もお茶ちょうだい。
はーい。
This all felt like an old memory. It seemed like ages ago when I last had a normal conversation like this. But this was no time to be sentimental. While Mayuri was washing the cup, I needed to get things straight in my head.
変動したんだよな。
In the end, I'd hesitated at the last second. If Kaguri or perhaps Kurisu hadn't stopped me, maybe the world line wouldn't have changed and Stratford would have caught us. But change it did. I could still feel the lingering sensation from my reading Steiner, so I was sure of it. From the looks of things, Mayuri and Daru were the same as ever, and the immediate danger was gone. The reason for the change was probably the deletion of Kurisu's memories from Kaguri. Those memories must have included something that dealt with the time machine, which meant that their existence was important enough to control whether or not the world line changed, and I deleted them.
いや、逆の可能性もあるな。
Maybe even if Maho's program hadn't worked right and the memory rewrite failed, the world line would have changed anyway. Unlike last summer, it wasn't clear what was making the world line change now. The first thing I needed to do was see if Kaguri's memories had been successfully rewritten.
お待たせ。
At the same time, as I decided on my plan, Mayuri brought me a cup on a tray.
今麦茶出すからね。
She put the tray on the table and headed for the fridge. I looked and saw that there were 4 cups on the tray. 4?
前より、どうしてコップが4つあるんだ？
だってかがりさんも飲みたいだろうから。
That's right.
係が
Kagari.
来てるのか。
さっき LINE で連絡が来たよ。もうすぐ作って。
そうか。何の用で来るんだ。
オカリンが呼んだんじゃん。昨日 LINE で連絡よこしたっしょ。今日の正午にここに集合って。第3回かがりたんの記憶を取り戻す方法を考える会。メンバーはオカリンと僕とかがりたん。まあ今のところ成果ゼロだけども。
俺が呼んだ。
マユシンも参加できたらよかったんだけど、今日はバイトがあるので。
I could hear Mayuri apologizing from the kitchen.
かがりさんの記憶早く戻るといいね。
Oh my god. Oh, this is just so fucking... The bouncing back and forth with these world lines is really, really confusing.
最近のこと以外何も覚えてないなんて寂しいもんね。
She didn't remember anything except the recent past. What was going on? And Kagari should still have had memories of when she was a kid. Maybe trying to rewrite her memories had actually deleted them.
はい、おかり、お茶どうぞ。
Mayuri handed me a cup filled with barley tea.
ああ、ありがとう。
I took the cup, trying my best to hide my internal shock.
タルくんのはここに置いておくね。
どうも。
I gulped down the tea, stood up from the sofa, and went over to Daru.
誰？
何？
I lowered my voice so that Mayuri couldn't hear.
かがりの記憶の上書きは成功したのか？
He doesn't know.
それとも失敗したのか？
Daru looked at me for a moment, confused.
何の話？
え？
That wasn't the answer I expected.
かがりの脳内に残っているクリスの記憶を消すのは成功したのかと聞いたんだ。
Okay, I don't know if you remember. World lines changing, he's not gonna remember.
何その SF 設定怖い。オカリンついに中二病患者に復帰したん？
I froze for a moment. Daru didn't look like he was lying. He had no reason to lie anyway. Did that mean that this world line Carice's memories had never been implanted in Kagari?
ちょっと来い。
ねえ、僕エロゲしてるんだけど。
いいから。
I dragged Daru outside the room, leaving a very confused Mayuri behind.
寒い。オカリン、僕を殺す気か。
いいからちょっとだけ付き合ってくれ。確認したいことがあるんだ。
He must have sensed that I was serious because after a moment's surprise he nodded silently.
今のかがりは記憶がないのか？
そうだよ。つか何度も言ってるっしょ、それ。
タイムマシンで過去に来る前の未来の記憶も含めて。
ないってば。覚えてるのはここ最近のことだけ。 未来のことを覚えてたら、せめてマユシにはかがりたんの正体を教えてるし。
それはつまりマユリはかがりが自分の娘だということを知らないんだな。
うん。それは秘密にしとくってオカリンが決めたんで。
ということはかがりが未来から来たことを知っているのは
僕とオカリンと鈴葉。
それだけ。
それだけ。オカリンが他の誰かに話してなければ。
そうか、すまなかった。寝ぼけてたみたいだ。夢の内容が現実とごっちゃになったらしい。
気にすんなって。僕なんか24時間夢の中で生きてますから。キリッ。
You literally have the perfect wife. You damn right you do.
それにさ、僕としてはそういうテンション高いオカリンが久々だったから、なんか懐かしく感じたお。
Instead of answering, I took a second to think. It seemed like there were three main differences with Kagri in this world line. One, she didn't have Krisu's memories. Two, she didn't have her own memories of her childhood. Only me, Daru, and Suzuha knew who Kagri really was. In other words, Mayuri didn't know that Kagri was her daughter.
戻ったのか。
This Kagri seemed closer to the one I had met before I jumped to the Alpha World line. Everything seemed mostly the same as before, including the fact that they were trying to get back her memories. Did this mean that a second world line change had sent me back to the old one? If I had a divergence meter, I could tell, but... I was starting to think like I used to. I chuckled to myself. I should stop. I decided to have nothing to do with the time machine or the time leap machine. All I could do was help Kagari get her memories back.
オカリン、なんかさっきから変じゃね？
いや、大丈夫だ。気にするな。
ならいいけど。つっか、いい加減寒いから戻っていい？
ああ、俺も凍えてきた。
Dora and I raced back inside the room. When I got back, I could just barely make out Mayuri's voice.
探し物ひとつ、星の笑う声、風に瞬いて手を伸ばせばつかめるよ。
Mayuri hadn't noticed us come back in. She was putting her textbooks into her bag and sounded like she was also singing a song.
それ、誰の歌だ？
It was only when only then that she realized I was there.
おかえり。寒いのにお外で何話してたの？
ちょっと今期のアニメについての意見交換をしてたのだぜ。
すごいね。
なあ、今の歌って。
あ、もしかして口ずさんじゃってた？探し物ひとつ、星の笑う声、風に瞬いて手を伸ばせばつかめるよ。
I heard something fall near the front entrance. At some point, Kagari had opened the front door. She was standing there with a shocked expression, her mouth opening and closing. Her bag was lying at her feet. She must have dropped it in a surprise when she came in. But did anything that surprising happen? Well, it's probably one that she sung to Kagari a lot.
あ、かがりさん。てってるー。
Shut up, stop.
そう。
See?
そう？ その歌、私知ってる。
そうなのか？
その歌は
Kagari was trying to point at Mayuri, but shaking too much
そ
to
の
do so.
歌。
She fell to the floor like a puppet with its strings cut.
かがり！
Jesus, you really need to work on that feigning. It's a real issue. Oh, hey Kagari.
探し物ひとつ、星の笑う声、風に瞬いて手を伸ばせばつかめるよ。ママ。なに？かがりちゃん。それ何の歌？えへへ、これはね、とっても。どんな歌なの？泣いている人を笑わせたいっていう歌かな。泣いてる人を笑わせるのが大事なの？それも大事だけど、そうじゃなくてね、この歌はママとかがりちゃんをつなげてくれた歌なの。この歌があったから出会えたんだよ。その歌がなかったらママはかがりのママになってくれなかったかもしれないの？そんなの嫌。ああ、ごめんごめん。そういう意味で言ったんじゃないの。何があってもママはかがりちゃんのママだよ。でもそうだな、かがりちゃんにはこの歌覚えておいてほしいな。いつかかがりちゃんが大事な人と出会った時のために、その人が泣いている時笑わせられるように。ほら、一緒に歌おう。探し物ひとつ、星の笑う声。探し物ひとつ、星の笑う声。上手上手。次はね、ママ、どこに行ったの？ねえ、ママ、いや、行かないで！ママ！
This is just sad. I wet a towel at the sink and put it on Kagari's forehead as she lay on the sofa. She looked like she was having a nightmare. Her breathing was shallow and pained. She still wasn't awake.
大丈夫かな？
どうだろうな。
She just collapsed out of nowhere after all. It had been 5 minutes ago when she'd arrived and then immediately collapsed. Doro and Mayuri and I had somehow managed to get her over to the sofa.
つうかさ、濡れたタオルを額に置くのって高熱で倒れた人の場合の処置じゃね？かがりったん熱はないっぽいじゃん。これ気絶した人にも効果あるん？
仕方ないだろう。他に何をしていいのかわからないんだから。
Neither Daro nor I had the knowledge required to handle the situation. But since Kagari had no insurance card and no residency certificate, taking her to a hospital felt like a bad idea. Like, unless he got money to pay out of pocket. All we could do was wait for her to wake up.
ママ。
I heard her whisper something.
今ママって聞こえた。
We both put our ears closer to her mouth.
いや、行かないで。
She suddenly jerked upwards. The two of us barely managed to avoid getting a headbutt.
危なかった。いや違う。かがりたんとのラッキースケベチャンスを逃したんだお。
Oh my god.
バカだバカ。
You are, because you have a fucking future wife already, for Christ's sakes. I ignored Daru, who was bashing his head against the floor in frustration, and spoke to
大
Kagura.
丈夫か？
Look, if you want, you can have Kagura. I'll take Yuki off your hands. You can have the slightly mentally unstable girl. I'll take perfection.
岡部さん。
Kagura seemed confused, and it took her a moment to realize that she was lying on the sofa.
私寝てたんですか？どうして？
覚えてないのか？
ラボに来た途端、マユシを見て気絶したんだよ。
まゆりさんを？
I realized that her tone had changed since the world line switch. More precisely, it had been switched. It was back to how it was when I first met her.
君はまゆりが口ずさんでいた歌を知っているようだった。
歌？そうです。あの歌。私、あの歌知ってるんです。どこかで聞いたことがあって、ずっと昔、子供の頃に。
おお、来たこれ。これマジで記憶回復フラグなんじゃね？
まゆりさんはどこに？あの歌のこと教えてもらわなきゃ。
Her eyes darted around the
まゆり
lab.
はメイクインのバイトがあって君と入れ違いに出て行ったよ。
かがりたんのことすごく心配してた。
本当にごめんね。今日はランチタイムだけバイトを頼まれてて、どうしても行かなくちゃダメなの。おかり、ダルくん、かがりさんのことお願いね。そうですか。
他に何か思い出したことはないか？どんなことでもいいんだ。
他に。
She put her hand up to her forehead so that she could think. Then she shook it softly.
ダメです。他には何も。歌のことも知っているのは確かなんですけど、誰から聞いたのかとかそういうのは全然。
かがりたんさ、今気絶してる間夢見てなかった？
夢ですか？
うん、うなされてたからさ、ママって呼んでた。
ああ、起きた時も叫んでたな。
私、そんなことを。
歌がトリガーになって何か記憶が蘇ったりしてないかなって。
ダメ、思い出せません。確かに何かの夢を見ていた気がします。とても大切な夢だったような気がするんですけど。
そうか。
すみません。ご迷惑をおかけして。
Don't apologize. But both Daru and I knew this was a big step forward. And she knew the song that Mayuri was singing. She said she learned it when she was a child. That would have been in the future, before she'd gone in the time machine, which meant that there could only be one answer. And it was the future Mayuri who taught Kaguri that song.
おかりん、ひとまずマユシに聞いてみるのがいいんじゃね？
そうだな。
Obviously.
バイトはランチタイムだけって言ってたから、タイミングを見計らって メイクインに行ってみるか。
私も行きます。
I mean, sure if you want to. Kagari quickly stood up off
落
the
ち着いて。
sofa.
今すぐ行くわけじゃない。もう少し休んでいた方がいい。
あ、そうですね。すみません。
And then her stomach rumbled.
腹が減ったのか。カップ麺ならあるが。
あとはまゆしが買いだめした唐揚げとかバナナとか。
Juicy chicken number 1.
バナナいただきます。
She seemed embarrassed.
お帰りになさいませ、ご主人様。
We were welcomed to the door to May Queen. The usual cat-eared maid was there to welcome us.
あ、おかりん。
How's it going?
かがりにゃんもお帰りになさい。こんにちは、フェイリスさん。むにゅー。おかりん、最近来るたびに違う女の子を連れてくるにゃ。
Don't worry, I'll come out swing by after hours.
奥義を極め、リア充大学生のオーラをまとう能力を身につけたという話は本当だったのかにゃ。
そんなんじゃない。マユリを迎えに来たんだ。そろそろバイト上がりの時間なんじゃないかと思ってな。
マユシーは今日キッチン担当だったのにゃ。
キッチン？
今日はランチタイムのメイドちゃんたちの人数が足りにゃくて、この時間だけマユシーにもお手伝いしてもらったのにゃ。
なあ、マユリに料理をやらせて大丈夫なのか？
She's not cooking, she's cleaning.
本人はやりたがってたけど、お皿洗いに集中してもら
There
っ
you
たにゃ。
go. She's doing dishes. No is fair as for you. She knew exactly who belonged where.
もう上がってもらったから、
I
今
belong in
は
her
着替えてる
apartment.
頃にゃ。
じゃあ外で待ってるって伝えておいてくれ。
了解にゃ。